I just showed 3 homes to my very good buyers, and every single one of them is sitting on the market. No offers, no buyers, and very little traffic. Ouch. There are certain things a home seller should never have in their homes when selling. Let's talk about it. Most homes don't sell just because of the price. They sit because of silent killers inside the house. So if you're thinking about selling a home now or in the near future, here are my top 10 things that I would recommend not having in your house when selling. And talking about the top thing, the number one thing that comes to my mind is clutter in the house. Decluttering a house is one of the cheapest things one can do. It may take 1 week to declutter, it may take a year to declutter, but just by decluttering, you increase your chance of selling by leaps and bounds. Yes, by leaps and bounds. Cluttered homes immediately feel smaller, cramped, and chaotic. It creates the illusion that the home lacks storage, even if it doesn't. Buyers can't picture the furniture or light in the space when yours is everywhere. So when you declutter, you create a lot of space and you create a room. If you are thinking about selling and if you take the time to start decluttering, maybe a month before or 6 months before or even a year before, start taking out things from your kitchen, from your bedrooms, from your closets, put them in the garage, and then from garage, you can take them to trash or recycle or sell or donate. It's a very easy thing to do. Other than your time, it does not have to cost you any money. You will get a big rate of return by just decluttering. And this is one of the most important points that I'm going to talk about today. Have you walked into other homes or open houses and you go in the house and you see a lot of personal decor, a lot of personal taste, like red walls or purple walls, or you have pictures everywhere? You go in the living room and there's 20 pictures, very personal pictures, whether it's golf or art or old pictures of grandma and great great grandma and grandpa. But when you have so much clutter and personal items, the buyers cannot think how they are going to have their homes. So by taking out your personal items, especially very out of this world items, you are letting the buyers think how their house will look when they move in. At the same time, you're creating more space by removing, you also decluttering. Neutralize your home, light, modern, and simple, not boring and personal to your taste. And you don't want your house to be too loud on with personal items. The next thing you should consider is replacing or fixing small things. Obviously, when you are going to show your home and people are going to come into your open houses and looking at homes, and it's going to be on the internet with videos and pictures and everything, people pick up little things. So if your handle is broken on the front door, and when the buyers walk in, the first thing they see is a broken handle, they think, oh my gosh, I'm going to pay $400,000 for this house and the handle's already broken and they haven't even come into the house. So it's a negative signal that you send. But by fixing that handle, you might have saved the negative impression that you make. If your faucet is leaking, or you have a hole in your screen door, or there are some light bulbs missing, or a ceiling fan is not working, you might want to remove them or fix these little things, because little things make a big impression. And what happens is when the buyer comes in, they already struggling to come up with the down payment and moving cost. And now they're thinking, oh my gosh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items, very small items, and they think it's going to be $10,000 to fix it. So the impression that you give by not fixing it has a negative impression on the way your home looks and the way they're going to offer you. So by fixing little things, and of course, if you start fixing it a month ahead or 2 months ahead or 6 months ahead, some of the things you may be able to do it yourself. Or if you're like me, you may want to call a handyman and start doing little things that'll save you thousands and thousands of dollars before you put your home on the market. And your goal obviously is to put it in the market, sell it fast, get the top price. So having it ready is crucial. So obviously you don't see things that may be broken or may need work or how the buyers may look at it. So I highly recommend that you call a realtor, have them do a walkthrough in the eyes of the buyer and let them point out some of the things that buyer may notice. And then you decide whether you want to fix it or replace it or just touch it up, etc. So calling a realtor may be a good first step. without any obligation. The other thing you don't want in your house when you are trying to sell is to have dirty carpet or stained carpets or flooring. One of the first things buyers see, obviously, when they come in, they're going to see the walls and the paint and the lighting. But when they step in the house, they're going to look down and look at your carpet. If there's stains in the house, if there's odor from the carpets, they're going to notice it and it's going to turn them off. So, again, preparing it, shampooing it, or if there's stains, removing the stains, or if there's patches, fixing up those patches if you have wood floors or tile floors, or if you have grout cleaning. Little things like this makes a big impression. And if you have not shampooed the carpet or removed stains in a couple of years, just by doing this, your carpet will look much brighter and smell nicer and look very appealing to the buyers. And if the carpet is in really bad shape, and if you really want to impress the buyers, you may want to just replace the carpet with neutral colors or replace the flooring. Of course, budget comes in mind, but depending on the price of your house and the return you want, it may be a good idea to think about it. Again, talk to your realtor. They'll be glad to help you and guide you because they know what's trending, what colors are trending in your neighborhood, in your area. So that's a good step to consider should you be in that situation. Clean floors say move in ready. Dirty floor says another project for me to do. One of the other common things we as realtors see in many homes are a lot of personal pictures and a lot of personal items, not only on the wall and on the desk and everything, but also in the kitchens, in the bathrooms, and all over the place. Of course, we may have been staying there for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. And as we gather pictures and memories, we keep putting them on the walls or on the desktop with on frames. So one of the things, and I mentioned this earlier, is to reduce the amount of personal photos, personal framework, personal paintings, anything personal, you may want to remove it. The way I think is when I move, and of course I'm putting my home for sale and I want to move. So if I'm going to move anyways, I'm going to have to pack it. So might as well pack it now while you are decluttering, while you're cleaning up, while you're fixing little things. Take these personal items out, pack them in a box. You're going to move anyway, so that's one less thing to do. And at the same time, while you're rearranging your home or you may be staging your home, the less amount of pictures and items and decor you have on the walls and on the shelving or desktops or living room, the easier it is for you to prepare your home for sale. And also, people buy space. So by decluttering, by depersonalizing, by packing things away, what you do is you're creating more space. People buy space. One of the most common questions we get is how big is the house? And that's square footage. And by removing these things, you're making your house bigger, more sellable, more inviting, and there's a good chance they may make an offer if your pricing is correct and that matches your market value. On that note, the market is changing right now. So if you want to talk to a realtor and decide and have a walkthrough with the realtor, give you a price on your home, and just get started on thinking about selling, I belong to the top 3% network of all the realtors in the nation, and I'll be glad to refer you one of these top agents, experienced and skilled agents in your neighborhood. Link is below. Feel free to ask me. I'll be glad to do that for you. Now we know that many homes have pets in the house, and pets are like family. My son has a pet and it's like a baby to us. But when it comes time to selling a home or when it comes time to showing a home, pets, you may not want to have pets over there. And the same time, you may not want to be there. So if there's an open house or if there's a showing, somebody calls you up and say, hey, I want to show your house at 2 o'clock. They won't call you, but they'll call your agent. Then you may want to be out of the house along with your pets because some buyers are allergic or they don't like pets or they don't want any distractions. So as much as we love our pets, we don't want them during showings and open houses. And at the same time, if you have pets, you probably have odor in the house, or you might have a cage or a pet's bed or pet's blanket somewhere. So at the time of showing, at the time of pictures, at the time of open houses, you may want to take it out of the way, put them in the garage, etc. And if you have odor, pet odor, which most of the rooms have, you may want to deodorize and have some items in the house so that the pet odor decreases. So whatever you can do. One caution is that don't overdo it. Don't take Lysol and spray all over the house because when the buyers come in and they smell artificial scent, they know you're trying to hide odors. So you want to be natural, you want to do it professionally, and keep your windows open. Whatever you can to reduce the odor, please start doing it ahead of time because those odors stay around and it's a turn off for many, many buyers. Remember, many homeowners have pets. Also, remember, many homeowners don't want pets, will never have pets. They may be allergic to it, or they may have enough kids, or they may be traveling all the time. They're never home, so they don't want pets. So if a buyer comes in, loves your house, but there's pet odor and there's pets all over, and they start sneezing or getting headaches because of allergy, they're gonna cross your home out. So that's a no-no. I have planned to give you 10 things not to do in the house, but if you wait till the end, I have 2 or 3 bonuses that I will mention, and those are very important. So hope you watch till the end. How many of us have excess furniture? We all do, pretty much. Over the years, we collect furniture, we collect things, and we have habits of not getting rid of them. So if you have excess furniture, and that includes beds, sofas, tables, night lamps, any kind of furniture, and if it's too excessive, it goes back to your home showing smaller than it is, and people buy space. So one of the best things you can do is while you are decluttering, while you are depersonalizing, while you are making your house look better, some of the things you may want to do is take out excess furniture. You might have 2 or 3 sofas or nightstands or appliance stands, computer stands, printer stands, whatever you have. If you can remove it and make room for it and maybe put those items in the garage, or if you're going to be moving and not needing those things, you could donate those or have a garage sale or give it away or even sell those furniture. Because again, we want to create more room, create inviting atmosphere in the house. And of course, we always recommend staging, but that's a whole new video. I won't talk about it. But when it comes to staging and making your house look better, the less you have, the better it is. And that applies to furniture as well. The next thing we can remove from the house or make the house better is trash and junk piles. And this could be inside or outside. There are many things in the house. If I go to my bathroom right now, if I go to my master bedroom, I have some things lying on the floor, lying on the table. I haven't used for years and I'll probably never use them, but I have them. That's our habit. I was given to it and I'm stuck with it emotionally, so I have it. But when it comes time to selling, it's time to remove trash or things you don't need. Again, maybe you don't want to take them out. You may want to donate it, recycle it, or sell it and make money out of it. But by removing trash from your rooms, from your garage, you're creating more room in the house. You're creating an inviting atmosphere. And this applies to outside also. I'm sure you've heard over and over again that when it comes times to selling, you must have a good curb appeal. That applies to your outside curb. Many homes, when you go in the backyard, you see piles of junk. Even in the front yard, you have old signs or trash cans or things that are just lying around. It's time to get rid of those and have a good curb appeal. Take those out. If there's a lot of weeds, a lot of tall grass, old things lying around, old wood, old benches, whatever is lying around, it's time to get rid of it. You're going to have to move them anyways, so might as well start doing it right now before you put your home on the market. Overflowing trash cans, cluttered garages, and random yard items all suggest neglect. Clean, decluttered outdoor spaces suggest pride of ownership, and that's valuable when you want a top price for your home. When I first bought my house way back, I painted my walls red and yellow. Don't ask me why, but I had red and yellow paint in my house. So paint colors has a lot to do with the quick selling of your house. Always stick with neutral, bright, and trendy colors. Dark, bright, or unusual paint colors can make a room feel smaller and less appealing. Most buyers won't look past it. They'll all just feel off and walk away. So if you have bold paints, dark paints, you may want to just color them light and neutral. Again, ask your local realtor and they'll help you what's selling in that neighborhood, what colors are good to sell a home, and what the trendy colors are right now. It's a good idea to repaint with neutral tones like soft grayish, off-white, or light taupe. Bright, clean, and appealing to the masses. I've talked about 9 points. Now I'm going to talk about the 10th point, which is bad listing photos or bad pictures. Of course, you can take your own pictures, or the realtors may take their own pictures, or the photographer did not do well taking pictures. But if your house is cluttered, if your house does not have enough lighting, it has a lot of things in the house, the walls are dark. No matter how good the pictures you take, it won't look good on the internet or online. And as you know, 95% of all the buyers start their search online. So when they are scrolling through the phone, looking at pictures, looking at the houses, if they don't like the colors or they see the declutter or they see the clumsiness in the house, they're not going to come and see your house, even though your house will be very sellable. So the less traffic you have in your house, the more time it takes to sell a house and less price you get in the house. So taking pictures, professional pictures, taking professional videos is very crucial, but taking pictures and videos professionally is no good if you have not done the 9 things I've talked about. And I know that's a lot of things I talked about. And when you're thinking about selling a home, you don't have to do all 10 things. It may not apply to you all 10 things. You may not have time to do all those things. You might have medical conditions to do certain things and not do certain things. It's okay. The thing is, do the best you can. If you can improve your home, the colors or the clutterness or the personal items or the curb appeal, and if it gets you 2,000, 10,000, 50,000, 100,000 more of the price, it may be worth it. So when it comes to photography and lighting and video, hire a photographer. Let the realtor recommend a photographer. If budget is tight, learn how to take bright, wide angle shots with proper staging. Let's talk about the 3 bonus points, but at the end of this video, I'll have a link to a video which I did a couple of weeks ago, and it talks about how Americans are giving up from insane mortgage payments right now. Some of them are even losing their homes. Bonus point number 1, do not have poor lighting in the house. Change all the bulbs, or if you have to bring more light, bring in more lights. If you have darker curtains or shades, you may want to replace them with neutral colors. So the brighter your house looks, the better it is and faster it is to sell your home. Bonus number 2 is outdated kitchen and bathrooms. Of course, I'm not saying remodel your whole kitchen, but if there are certain things that can be updated or replaced, like an old sink or old faucets or old lighting, etc., whatever you can do, it will help. These mini makeovers give a huge return on investment and tell buyers this home has been cared for. Bonus number 3 is make sure you look at the roof. When buyers park their car and when they look at the house, the first thing they see is obviously the doors and the windows, but they also look at the roof. So if your front of the roof needs some work or is outdated, do some work on it. Wash it off if it's summertime, or if it's wintertime, there's algae on it, or whatever you can to make the roof look good. Feel free to do so, tune it up, etc., if it needs help. Most of these silent deal killers are easy to fix or work on, but ignoring them can cost you thousands and thousands of dollars. If you're thinking of selling in the next month or the next 6 months or a year, and if you would like to talk to a realtor, direct message me. There's a link below, and I'll refer you to a great agent who can help you, who can do the walkthrough and do the recommendations, so you have enough time to prepare and be ready to make the big move. Reach out to me for any resources or any questions, and I will personally answer you. Thanks for watching. I'm Mike Patel.